Hey guys, so it is Thursday, and I just finished my first clinical. It was actually really good. Like, it wasn't bad at all. We were at a nursing home. That's where our first clinical rotation is at a nursing home, and it was good. Like, there was nothing crazy. Like, it's just standard patient care, right? So first things first is my first impression, so to speak. Honestly, I felt like it was a little bit disorganized. Like, we didn't really have a set plan of, you know, which patients we were going to see. We didn't really, you know, we didn't know anything in advance. We were just kind of going with the flow, which is fine. It's the first day. We were told that next week we're going to have everything planned out, so that should be better. But for today, you know, the first half of the day was kind of just like touring around, just kind of like getting to know where everything is, like where the bathrooms are, obviously, where the linen, let me turn off, baskets are, where the trash can is, where crash carts are, where just like where kind of everything is, so that we know when the event that we have to, that we need anything, you know, just kind of know the layout and everything. And we got to know some of the nurses there. I mean, some of them kind of like get out of my way kind of situation, but then some of them were like willing to help us out and be like, hey, you know, like this person over here has they had a stroke and they're here, you know, rehabilitating, and they're showing some weakness in the right hand, you know, stuff like that, which is actually what we did. We went and we saw a patient who had a stroke, and, you know, she had some right hand weakness, and it wasn't so much as she had like good bilateral strength, but it was more like she had trouble releasing. So like when she went to hold my hand, like she couldn't, I mean, she could not essentially let go. Like, it was just like stuck. And obviously she couldn't really move it that much, and you know, so basically what we were doing all day was basic assessments. And when I say basic, I mean basic assessment, like, you know, listening to heart and lung sounds basically is what we did, and kind of doing level of consciousness as we were talking to them. Yeah, it's just kind of like getting to know the patient, learning how to talk to the patient, therapeutic communication, which is really important. Interesting things that we saw were, and I didn't even know this was a thing, so I learned about it today. It was sub-Q emphysema, which is evidenced by kind of like, it's like kind of like bubble wrap, as if a layer of bubble wrap was placed under the skin. Basically, when you go to touch them, it's kind of like little air bubbles inside of the skin. That's subcutaneous emphysema, which was kind of crazy, and it was in both of his arms, and yeah, it was strange, but it was cool to see and feel. What else did we have? We had a trach patient. We didn't really do too much for him, except, you know, just offer him basic care. We assessed all the nursing considerations and nursing interventions that you would do for a trach patient, and basically that's what we did. We went around to each room and looked at that patient's situation, and we came up with lists of considerations, indications, interventions, and also scenarios. So she was like, okay, well, if we were in the emergency room, and someone came in and they were complaining of shortness of breath, you know, yada yada yada. What assessments would you do first? Stuff like that. So it was good because it made us think, like, even though we weren't actually doing stuff, we were putting our knowledge to use, kind of like a case study type thing, but like on the spot, you know. So that was good. And talking to the patients was really awesome. Every single patient that we talked to was a sweetheart. Like, there was not one patient that was mean, that was standoffish, that was like, why the heck are you here? There's like 6 people in my room, like, get out. There was none of that. There were some people that were kind of like, okay, yeah, just do what you gotta do. And then there were some people that were more engaging and actively told you what was going on with them. And then, you know, I mean, it is a nursing home. So we saw people that could barely move, that could barely breathe. We saw a gentleman who had been suffering from severe diarrhea since months and months ago, pretty much half a year. Let's see. Yeah, he was suffering for almost half a year with severe diarrhea. And we came in and we helped. Well, I mean, I did it. I did pretty much nothing. I just watched. But some of my classmates, they helped clean him up and everything. So yeah, I mean, I did some things. I participated in the assessment. I participated in like coming up with indications and stuff. But as far as actively doing things, I didn't do too much of. I just kind of observed because I don't know if you guys know, but I have 0 hospital experience. For me, it was very foreign. Like, although I've been in school for many years and I know about the body and how things work and, you know, disease processes and stuff, actually going and providing patient care is a whole nother ball game. So I was very much out of my element. Our 5 girls in my clinical group, 2 of us don't have any experience and the rest have some experience. So that's kind of nice because you not only get guidance and input and knowledge from your clinical instructor, but you also get it from your peers. So, you know, I think it's a good thing. At first I was kind of self-conscious because I was like, dang, like, I don't really know how to do anything. Like, I don't know what this means. Like, I don't know what that sound is. Like, is this a call light that I'm hearing right now? Like, I don't know. So yeah, but then like as we were going on, you know, I got help from my classmates and they were just like, you know what, it's cool, we've all been there before, we have a little bit of experience, so we will definitely help you out, like, it's all good. So yeah, if you're like, you know, if you're starting clinicals and you have 0 experience, don't feel bad. Like, that's why you're there, to learn, you know. Even if you're the only person that does not have any experience and everyone else has experience, just absorb everything that you can, because this is the time. This is a time where you're building up your skills and kind of preparing yourself to be a real nurse. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. The clinical was 7A to 3P, so not bad. Went by really, really fast. The facility is really nice. Because I've heard some horror stories about nursing homes, and luckily this one is good. So that's important. And yeah, guys, that's all I got for you. Now I'm just gonna go do some studying for my pharmacology exam. Because I did literally nothing yesterday. After I came home from work, I just pretty much did nothing. So I kind of had to catch up on studying. So that is the rest of my night. Hope you guys are having a good night, or morning, or day, or whatever time it is that you're watching this right now. See you in a little bit.